how's it, folks? Welcome back to Kung Fu Kiwi. Well, today was a bit of a shit day. I was going to go and get a solar panel for the boat today because I've only got 20 watts of solar power at the moment. But as made my way over the half of the city, it was a 2.5 hour walk almost. I eventually got to where I was going and then realised that the solar panel that I was going to buy was too big. So, me being me, with lots of money in my pocket that I don't have but I need to spend anyway, I decided that I would buy a barbecue cooker for the boat because I've only got one gas cooker. So I bought a 2-burner gas cooker instead, and I'll have to rethink the solar panel at some other time now, so my batteries can just go flat, I guess. But anyway, that's another story for another day. I'll install the cooker now, and at least I'll be able to have baked beans whilst I'm having a cup of coffee. So the next day I took a walk into town. I thought I'd go and hit the gym, seeing as I haven't been for a while. Look at that view, amazing, eh? And then when I got to the gym, I decided that I wasn't going to do a workout, but I'd have a shower instead. You can see my clothes there. And then after the shower, I took a walk back through town and saw the giant needle. And then I bought a bag of white stuff. I went into this room here, and there was a table. I was going to do some lines on it, but I decided to do the washing instead. I put half the bag of white powder in there with my dirty clothes, and then I put some more into the machine itself where it's supposed to go. I paid $4 for that bag of white powder, and a whole box is only $6, but I didn't need the box because I didn't have any room in my bag. So I was grateful to get a bag of white powder, but I wasn't grateful to pay $4 for it. So I turned the machine on, and then I sat and I just watched the machine go round and round and round for as long as it would take. That was 30 minutes. And then what happened, I spied a pigeon outside the window. It was doing some shopping in the gutter. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to watch this pigeon and see what it does and see how its shopping is. It was quite entertaining for a while, and then I decided to leave after I did the shopping, and guess what? I saw Hemi's walker stuck in the ground. He left it there a century ago after a night out on the town with the boys. Decided not to paddle home, and the next day the council came and concreted it in. I went over to the supermarket to buy some groceries. I came across my favourite cookies. I tried not to buy them, and after 3 times they were calling out my name, I succumbed to pressure, and I bought myself a packet. After that, I grabbed my shopping and I trudged on back to the boat like a little old lady. Thankfully, I'm not a little old lady, but I still had my shopping with me. Along the way, I came across a fender that had come off my boat in the big storm recently. It was down there in the rocks, just not far from where the catamaran had crashed onto the shoreline the other night. So I got down and I took the fender and headed back to the boat, feeling quite happy that that was a score. And then back on the boat, I went through my food to make some lunch. I bought some goodies for tomorrow, and then decided it was time to wash the boat because it hadn't been cleaned for so long. As you can see here, it's absolutely filthy. So I got some elbow grease out and I started cleaning. It came up pretty schmick. I'm quite happy with the job. And then I sprayed some of this stuff around. It's called Pledge because the crew member's coming tomorrow, and the last time she was here the boat did stink a bit, so I wanted to make sure that she didn't think I was a stinky old bloke. So I got down on my hands and knees and I sprayed some more of that stuff all around. Made it look good. Gee, look at that shine, eh? You can almost see yourself in there. And this took me a while. I was quite pleased with the effort, and then it was time to get into the stinky toilet. Last time she was here, she opened the door and I could almost smell the smell outside. So I washed and I scrubbed the toilet and I cleaned it, and then it was time to clean the stink stick. I hate the stink stick, eh? So anyway, I didn't want that to be in there all stinky, so I put it in the bucket of water and I cleaned it up good. And then what I did is I put it back into the nice clean new toilet. Well, as clean as it can get. I'm going to have to paint this, I think. It's a bit stinky. I put it in there twice just to make sure I got it right. Oh gee, and then the phone cut out with the sound recording, but never mind, I'll fix it. I came outside because there was some sound overhead, and it was the police that had been circling my boat for about 10 minutes. I wondered what was going on, so I thought I'd check them out. I told them to buzz off, and they did. Anyway, I went back inside, but then I realised that I still had work to do. Look at the dishes there, they haven't been done in 3 days. All the rags out on the thing there, and I had all this rubbish outside from where I put the 2-burner cooker in yesterday, so that all had to come inside before the crew member turned up, because you can't have a messy boat with a crew member. The sky was looking a little bit dark, and I was a bit worried for tomorrow. Forecast was only 8 to 10 knots, but because I haven't got a lot of sailing experience, but we'll make the most of it. I checked the city to see if the city was still there, and sure enough it was. Thank goodness for that. Aliens haven't come and taken it away yet. Before I got a chance to go back inside, the police turned up to give me another buzz. I think they must be checking something out. I thought maybe they were looking for drugs, but I reassured them there's no drugs on this boat. I went back inside, I rolled up my sleeves, and look at that. That kitchen is clean as bird. That burner is looking good. Everything's schmick. I rolled out my $5 bed from the Salvation Army, and then I sat down and I had some rest.